She
All right,
walked
class,
into the
please put your phones
classroom
away.
with
We're
a
starting
cart
chapter
full of
3.
outdated
I expect your full
textbooks.
attention. This material is
Mrs.
important.
Dorothy Hayes, substitute teacher, mid-60s, reading glasses on a chain, sensible shoes. The seniors didn't even look up. "Good morning, class. I'm Mrs. Hayes. I'll be covering for Mr. Rodriguez today." Silence, then snickering. Tyler Bennett, captain of the lacrosse team, leaned back in his chair. "Yo, did they pull you out of retirement for this?" The class erupted in laughter. Mrs. Hayes smiled politely, opened her attendance book. "Let's take roll. This is AP government, lady. We don't do roll call. We're seniors." More laughter. Jessica Morgan pulled out her phone, started filming. Guys, wait. This is TikTok gold. Watch." She pointed the camera at Mrs. Hayes. "Hey, Mrs., what's your name again? Can you do the gritty for us?" The class howled. Mrs. Hayes looked up. "I'm here to teach today's lesson on constitutional law." "Constitutional law? Lady, our teacher isn't even here. This is a free period." Tyler put his feet up on the desk. "Just sit there and let us chill. You get paid either way, right?" Mrs. Hayes set down her book. "I do get paid, you're right about that." She walked to her desk, sat down, opened a novel. "All right then, do what you want." For the next 40 minutes, chaos. Students on phones, music playing, paper airplanes. Some left the classroom entirely. Tyler and his friends played poker in the back. Jessica's TikTok went viral. "When the substitute gives up face skull." 12,000 likes. Mrs. Hayes said nothing, just sat there reading, watching, taking notes in a small journal. The bell rang. "Have a good day, everyone," she said quietly. They didn't even respond. 10 years later, Tyler Bennett sat in a glass conference room on the 40th floor of Bennett and Associates. Marketing executive, MBA from NYU, worked his way up for 5 years. Today was the big day. Interview for senior vice president, the job he'd been chasing since graduation. His assistant knocked. "Mr. Bennett, the CEO is ready for you." Tyler straightened his tie, grabbed his portfolio. This was it. He walked into the corner office. Floor-to-ceiling windows, Manhattan skyline, massive mahogany desk. And behind it, Mrs. Dorothy Hayes. Navy blue power suit, silver hair and an elegant updo, CEO nameplate. Dorothy Hayes, Chief Executive Officer. Tyler's portfolio slipped from his hands. Mrs. Hayes." She looked up, removed her reading glasses slowly. "Mr. Bennett, please sit down." He sat, hands shaking. I didn't know you were. I mean, I thought you were a substitute teacher." "I was for 2 weeks at Ridgemont High, senior AP government class, spring 2015. Her voice was calm, professional, cold. "Do you remember me, Tyler?" Yes, I remember." She opened a folder. "I was conducting research, educational consulting for school districts, observing how students treat authority figures they perceive as powerless." Tyler's face went pale. "You filmed me, posted it online, mocked me in front of 30 students, treated me like I was invisible." "Mrs. Hayes, I was a kid. I was 17. I'm so sorry." "You were old enough to know better." She slid a photo across the desk. It was a screenshot, his face, Jessica's TikTok, "When the substitute gives up face skull." "This video has been viewed 2.3 million times. I'm tagged in it. Students still send it to me." Tyler couldn't breathe. "That day I took notes on every student. I tracked 12 of you over the years. Social media, LinkedIn, professional development." She opened her journal, the same small journal from that classroom. Jessica Morgan, denied partnership at her law firm. I sit on their advisory board. Brandon Cole, lost a major client last year. I'm friends with their CEO. And you, Tyler, applying for senior VP of marketing. a position I have final approval on. His world was crumbling. Mrs. Hayes, please, I've changed. I'm not that kid anymore. I have a family, a mortgage, this job. It's everything. She leaned back in her chair. I believe you've changed. People do. But here's what you need to understand. She closed the journal. Actions have consequences, not always immediate. Sometimes they wait, 10 years, 20, but they come. That day in the classroom, you had a choice. Treat me with respect or treat me like nothing. You chose nothing. Tears formed in Tyler's eyes. I've written recommendation letters for students who showed kindness that day. Students who told their classmates to stop. They're thriving. But you laughed. You enabled. You thought it didn't matter because I was just a substitute. She stood up, extended her hand. Thank you for your time, Mr. Bennett. We'll be going in a different direction. Tyler didn't move. Mrs. Hayes, is there anything I can do, anything to make this right? She walked to the window, looked out at the city. You can remember this moment, and you can teach your children that every person they meet deserves dignity, because one day that powerless person might hold their future in their hands. Now please, close the door on your way out. Tyler stood, broken. He walked to the door, turned back one last time. For what it's worth, I really am sorry. Mrs. Hayes didn't turn around. So am I, Tyler, so am I. The door closed. 10 years ago, she was just a substitute. Today, she was the CEO who remembered everything. The teacher you disrespect today could be the executive who decides your tomorrow. Treat everyone with dignity. Because karma doesn't forget. And neither do they.